Norristown has a terrific basketball tradition, but their fan support base, I think, comes more from adults than it does from students.
Indeed,
I have a hard time understanding that. When I was in high school, and granted that was a long time ago, we followed our team all over the place.
Well, I had an opportunity to go back to my alma mater tonight, Pottsgrove High School, on the 10th anniversary of their Pac-8 championship. And when I was a senior in high school, and that was only 10 years ago, as Phil Rookstall takes a two-pointer there. When I was in high school, we would pack the place. We would virtually pack the place. It would be standing room only for every single game. And granted, it was a smaller gymnasium, but we also were a smaller school. And I just don't see the kids coming out for the games anymore.
Drive underneath. I didn't see who got that basket.
I think it was Eric Wiggins, first time in the game.
All right, another 6 foot 1 inch 10th grader. Once again, getting some experience. I remember, and again, this is a while ago, we played down to Palestra. We took 11 busloads of students down to the Palestra. Fantastic crowd.
And although I do look around now and I see some students here, they don't seem very interested in the game. They're sitting on their hands or they're not really cheering. Maybe they're here for more social aspects than to watch the game.
Low with the ball, Eagles still by 20. Comes into Castelli over to White. White on the drive, ball blocked by Moore. That must be Moore's 4th or 5th block tonight.
I'm not keeping the stat, but that would be about close, 4 or 5.
There goes a steal by Eddie Moore to Thompson. Thompson looks for Wiggins. Wiggins, and there's a nice play by Wiggins. Wiggins falling out of bounds, leans back and gives it into Andy James, who's on the drive. James gets fouled. The Eagles have a chance for two.
A really heads-up play that I don't think we would have seen last year or the year before. These guys are using their heads now and finding opportunities to score. Eric Wiggins could have easily just let that ball go out of bounds, but he said, I'm going to sacrifice myself and dish it off to Andy James, and Andy went in for the layup and got fouled.
And one of the things you hope the Eagles keep growing during the year, which would be a real plus. I don't mean growing height-wise. I mean mentally.
Yep.
And I'm impressed so far with what I've seen. I came here with an open mind, hoping I would see just what I am. Team play, Eagles playing unselfish ball.
And I said at the beginning of the game, Coach Behrens was looking for somebody to step up and take control, and Andy James has done just that. He has 17 points on the night, and he seems to be the leader out on the court.
Going to have a foul underneath on a push. It's either on Wiggins or on Moore. And I have to admit, sometimes in the last few years, and Frank and I have both said it hasn't always been fun to do games because we hate it when we see these teams come up and selfishly, hog the ball and not pass it around. Yeah, this may be a fun team to watch this year. I would encourage all you fans who get a chance to see them on cable to not be sitting home, but come on out here to the Eagles Gymnasium and take a look at these Norristown Eagles. And there again we see it. Andy James with a chance to go in, passes off to Eric Wiggins for his first two. And as you just point out, I don't think that's something that would have happened last year.
Somebody would have just drove in and taken the shot, and they wouldn't have thought about their teammate.
There goes Castelli. We're going to have a foul. It's on Perry.
Perry's second foul. No Eagle seems to be in foul trouble. Lofton Thompson with 3 and Maurice Allen with 3, but Allen's on the bench.
We're just under 6 minutes, and I think we're going to see more and more of the Eagles' young players getting some playing time. This is Steve Flowers up off the bench, 5 foot 4 inch 10th grader. I wonder, we're going to have to find out. I wonder if he is the son of the Flowers that played for our team quite a few years ago. Andy James going out with 17, you say? Good night for Andy.
And 3 for 3 from the free throw line, which is a good sign.
This is Castelli on the line with a second. Both of them in and out. Ball controlled, however, by Kevin White. Kevin White driving. He's going to launch the jumper. No. Rebound comes to Flowers, the smaller man on the court. He's running the ball. Finds, Good pass. Look for Josiah Perry. Central Bucks West player just got his hand on the ball. Eric Curran coming in for Castelli. Eagles will control on the side with Lofton Thompson. This is Wiggins to Flowers. Central Bucks in a man-for-man, low on Flowers. Finds Thompson into Moore. Foul. We're going to have a foul on White. Eddie Moore is another pretty slender 6'8". He and Chris Garrett both look as though they could pack some weight on them. I oftentimes kid Eddie about not having socks on. It looks like that carries over onto the basketball. I'm sure he has them on. Yeah,
they have socks, but they're down underneath the shoe.
Yep. All right, Moore makes the first, and that's what we like to see. 5 points for Ed. But what Eddie does doesn't show up in the scoring column. Eddie makes those teams throw the ball up over him. Plays very tough defense.
It's a presence out on the court. It's an intimidating presence when you're 6'8", and you move like Eddie does.
This is Rooksteele. Ball battled, ball thrown away. This is going to be Wiggins on a fast break. He's in, no. Rebound, no. Thompson tried a left-handed tap. Ball coming back. This is Curran to White. White underneath with a reverse move. We got a foul. Should be on Eddie Moore. We're down to 5 minutes and 15 seconds left. 59-34, the Eagles of Norristown in the lead. Like neither team can hit a foul shot now.
Right.
White with a second shot, no good. Oh, and there's Eddie Moore with another rejection. Off to Thompson, to Flowers, to Thompson.
That was an interesting fast break. Stephen Flowers and Lofton Thompson passing off back and forth. And then they go in for the layup and they miss it. They look so good and then they miss it.
There's a steal, and that's Perry. And that's actually the first time we've seen an Eagles player really try to force it in and go a little too far without passing off.
He had 2 or 3 guys coming with him. He should have dumped it off to one of them, and he might have taken the charge as well, but they might have had a shot too.
Third foul on Perry, and this is Brad Weldon up off the bench. He will replace Perry. Eagles with Weldon, Flowers, Dewad Johnson, Thompson, and Wiggins. Again, getting valuable playing time for a lot of people tonight. I love that.
And I just computed an unofficial stat. Norristown's 26 of 41 on field goal percentage, and that includes 3-pointers.
If that's actually what they're shooting, that's a pretty impressive figure.
That's pretty good.
You did say unofficial, however.
That's unofficial.
Central Bucks West losing the ball out of bounds. This is Maurice Allen coming in. He'll replace Thompson.
I'm trying to do three activities here at once. Keep stats and do a little color commentating and try to count up some numbers.
I know you
can do 3
can
things
do
at
it.
once. I can do 2, but not 3.
Eagles, Neil, have played 10 players tonight, and Joe Green isn't here, so you know they can go 11 deep.
That's right. And that'll help them down the run. Look at that one.
There goes Wiggins. Ball hits strong off the back. There goes the out toss. Allen controls in the steal. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Let's see whose it is. White ball, Eagles ball.
That was another smart play. Maurice Allen knew he couldn't grab the ball, so what he did was he tapped it off the guy's knee and it went out of bounds, and now Norristown has the ball. Using your brain on the court has got to lead to success, and we didn't see, not that they didn't use their brain last year, but we saw a lot of missed opportunities for Norristown last year. Now the team is starting to think. Look at that little guy cutting through there.
Nice man. There, beautiful play. Absolutely beautiful play. We'd ask Sam to have a rerun of that, but I'm not sure that we can do that.
Stephen Flowers cut through the lane. Sort of reminded me of Omar Jenkins. Look at, there he is again.
It was a steal by Weldon. Two guys, Flower and Allen, both there. Once again, the Eagles breaking, looking for the open man. Excellent ball movement.
Stephen Flowers reminds me of Maurice Cheeks, who was one of the smaller guys on the Sixers in the 80s, but he was a needed part of the team. And he would get in there and he'd hustle and he'd steal balls and he'd make passes, and maybe he wouldn't score a lot of points, but he was much needed for the Sixers.
Comes Chris Garrett off the bench. Coming in, he should be replacing DeWad Johnson, I would think. And here comes number 3, 5'8", 11th grade Bob Mayo, who played in the junior varsity game. And I believe the Eagles now have gotten everybody in tonight, all 11 players. Steve Flowers goes out.
But it looks like Steve will be coming back in. He's just taking a
Tom McGee
breather.
said, stay close, stay close. Ball coming up there, battle. This is Wiggins with a big rebound. He goes to Allen. Allen looks across for Weldon. Weldon takes a tumble. Once again, the good pass, though. You know, Neil, if we had made half of the layups that we've had tonight on those fast breaks, this might be a 40-point ball game right now.
It would definitely be 71, definitely 10 more points. That's at least 10 more points, maybe 20. It might be 81 to 34.
This is Mayo with the ball. Mayo, Allen, Garrett. Wiggins is 31, launches the long shot, no. Got a foul this time on Perry, and Chris Garrett is the other Eagle in the lineup right now. Kyle Chalk coming in for Central Bucks West.
And that was a three-point attempt, so he'll get 3 free throws here.
And I believe Central Bucks West has one player who has not played tonight. One of their coach will remember that he's got him on the bench and get him in.
I know the player will definitely remember it. He's over there looking pretty much out of place with his warm-up still on.
There goes the foul shot. Oh, careful.
We have cheerleaders flying all over the place here.
We're not going to have one in our lap soon, Neil. I know you wouldn't mind that, but...
Mr. Nelson, please, a little decorum.
Very little, as you well know.
I know. He makes...
One out of 3. That's about what they've been shooting tonight. Eagles 62, Central Bucks West 34 as we come under the 3-minute mark. This is Dave Lowe. I think our next 2 games that we do, Neil, are going to be much more competitive games.
That's right. We have Westchester East and Central Bucks East.
I'm not sure we're going to do that East game. That's on a Saturday. Now, Mr. Coyle does not like to come back to school on the weekend.
Crowd looking for another bang from Garrett, but it was broken up.
This is Curran on the rebound. Bounce pass goes in to Perry. Perry goes across to Detweiler on the move. Ball is out. Detweiler with a rebound. He's got it. 62-36. That should be 8 for Detweiler, I believe. This is Mayo. Throws the ball away. Out of bounds. Central Bucks West ball. 2:12. And counting, we hope. Dave Lowe with the ball, goes across to Curran. Curran on the move underneath. He's got it. That's Chalk. Chalk with his first 2. Eagles by 24. There's Wiggins on the drive. Goes to Garrett. Garrett goes for the jam, and he is fouled by Eric Curran. How many points? Garrett has what? 9 points tonight?
8 points.
8 points. And here he comes, number 13, Joe Rosenthal comes in for Central Bucks West, and number 13, Stevie Flowers, replaces Maurice Allen.
Now Vince McCabe can sleep tonight, now that he got everybody in. I think Garrett's got the wrong shorts on. He's got his away shorts on. think the referee was just talking about that. He's got blue shorts on, should have the white shorts on. He missed it.
This is the first one. That. Garrett ready with a second. No, doesn't hit anything. That's not going to count. Central Bucks West will inbounds with 1:51 left in the game. 62-38, Norristown lead. East game 1 week from tomorrow night, is that what it is? Going to have a walk on Mayo trying to get in.
Yeah, the Westchester East game is on the 14th of December. It's a 7 o'clock start.
Here goes Detweiler. That's his third three. Mayo comes into Flowers. Flowers goes back to Mayo, who will bring the ball up. On his left is Wiggins. He's got Flowers over here. This is Wiggins. Into Flowers. Ball is stolen away by Lowe on the fast break. Lowe, yes, he's got it. 62-45. Central Bucks West closes the margin. This is Weldon. Weldon goes to Mayo. Ball coming in. Weldon on the move. No, he doesn't have it. And this is Detweiler on the rebound. Detweiler finds Lowe. Lowe driving over to Detweiler again to launch the three. Not this time. Battle for the board. Off. He's got it. This game's going to end up a lot closer than it really was.
It's going to appear a different game in the box score.
Flowers with the ball. Flowers looking for a shot. No, goes underneath, and there's the layup. Brad Weldon with 4, I think. Eagles by 17. We're under 10. Lowe with the ball. Fans are getting ready to go. Lowe over to Rosenthal. Launches the three. No. Rebound is waved off. No good. Final score, the Eagles of Norristown 64. Central Bucks West 47. Once again, Eagles' next home game is 1 week from tomorrow night with Westchester East. We are not sure that we're going to do that game, but the week following, on the 17th, Central Bucks East is here, and then the boys go away to Abington on Friday the 20th. And those are the 2 league games, which is going to tell us how far we've advanced and whether or not we're going to have a real shot in the league. Exactly. Neil, how about the final stats and then sign off?
Final stats for Central Bucks West. David Lowe had 7 points. Jeff Detweiler was a high scorer for Central Bucks West. He had 13, and Chris Homa added 7. For Norristown, the leading scorer was Andy James. He had 17 points, 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Josiah Perry had 8. Lofton Thompson had 9. Chris Garrett had 8. And Eric Wiggins off the bench at the end of the game there with 5 points. We talked about free throw shooting. It looks like Tom McGee's going to have to work on some free throw shooting. We don't have a final statistic here, but I would say they were around 5 for 20 from the free throw line, which isn't too good. They were better from the field. Field goal percentage was about 65 to 70%, which isn't bad, but they got a little sloppy at the end. Overall, a rather easy game for Norristown, increasing their lead from 5 up to 12 at halftime and pulling away there at the end. Although Central Bucks West was started to mount a comeback, if there was a little more time, we might have had more of an exciting game. But anyway, the Eagles come away with a victory. Final score, Norristown 64, Central Bucks West 47. For Jim Nelson, I'm Neil Schaefer signing off from Eagle Basketball.